All right, let's talk about tariffs. The Trump administration has teased the use of tariffs a lot over the past few weeks. What is a tariff? Let's try to understand that a little better. So, a tariff is basically a subsidy to one at the expense of the other. So, usually, when a tariff is applied, it makes foreign goods more expensive, meaning that most of the time a consumer will probably buy the local products more because it's cheaper as opposed to the foreign goods. But on average, the goods, local products tend to be more expensive because everything has to be made in the USA. So it does make it more expensive as opposed to the foreign goods, which are made a little bit over the world, so which is able to make the price cheaper. So, in other words, basically, you're paying more for your goods in general, and that affects everybody. It doesn't necessarily make a country richer, it just kind of taxes you more than you would have. The reason it is a tax is because the costs always pass on to the consumer. Whenever it's more expensive to make a product or a good, the companies essentially have to make up for it by making it more expensive. And the government telling the manufacturers not to do so, like the Trump administration is currently doing. Trump administration basically said that car companies are not allowed to, or they should not increase prices of vehicles, even despite the 25% tariffs, which, in my opinion, makes no sense just because you're making it more expensive for them by making it so that everything gets manufactured in the US, but you don't want them to increase prices, even though it's more expensive to make it all in the US. Because typically, when it comes to car manufacturers in the US, uh, parts are made in Mexico and Canada, and then usually it's usually assembled in the US for the most part, or maybe or vice versa. It just kind of depends on the car company. It's never 100% made in the US, but some parts of it is made in the US and other parts in other parts of the world, which is why they're able to get the prices as low as they usually can. But taxes definitely make it more challenging to do so.